All right, let's get going. So let's start with some grass grabbers. Stick that foot out, pull the toe towards you. Keep your chest up, but hinge at the hips, sweep the floor. If y'all were in power hour yesterday, I know Ginger was. I'm forgetting what we did already, but something has my hamstring sore, so y'all are coming along with me to make sure we're getting some dynamic hamstring to help loosen those up before we get into it. All right, so we're just sweeping, alternating legs, making sure that knee stays straight so that you are getting that stretching sensation in the hamstrings. All right, go ahead, shake that out. Next, let's do some quad pulls. So grab the ankle, pull it up, alternate legs. We're not holding it for any amount of time. Just a quick pull up and let go. And then as we go through these intervals, make sure you're paying attention to me on the rest intervals. The rest is going to go by quick. But with that said, I'm going to be going over the next exercise that we have so that you know what's coming. All right, let's spread those feet out wide. Let's move to a Cossack squat. Make sure your toes are pointed forwards. We're going to soften the knee, drive the hip back. From here, I want you to come back up. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to go back and forth. You can even turn the toe if you want, like so. Trying to get as low as your mobility will allow. Let's do one more on each side. Perfect. Next, let's do a little bit of shoulder circles. So we'll start going forward, keeping them nice and small. We'll progressively get them bigger. Trying to get that upper body warmed up before we inevitably get to that upper body interval where it's just 4 exercises for upper body in a row. All right, start making those circles bigger. Still going forward, a little bigger than that. And then let's take them as big as we can. And even overlap hands. And then stop that, shake them out. Perfect. Next, we're going backwards. Starting small. Making them a little bigger. Elbows are straight. All the motion's coming from the shoulder joint. A little bigger than that. It should be burning by now. Make them a little bigger. And then let's go as big as we can, overlapping. And then stop that, shake it out. All right, from there, let's do some ankle pulls. And so, quarter squat, pull that ankle and the knee up. As you do that, make sure you're driving the floor away from you, squeezing that glute at the top. We're alternating back and forth here. One more on each side. And our last one is going to be an inchworm. So knees are straight again. We're going to hit hamstrings a little bit one more time. Hands come down. Walk yourself out to the top of a push-up. From here, I want you to walk your feet back in, only using your ankles. Stand up. Rotate around. Hands come down, knees are straight, walk it out, using only your ankles, walk it back in, keeping the knees as straight as you can. You could even hang out in this forward fold position. Come back up, let's do one more. If you wanted to, you could even hit a push-up down here. You don't have to though. Don't worry, we're gonna get to those here in just a second. All right, y'all, grab a little bit of water before we get going. And as I said before, we're gonna start with lower body. This is station countdown, so we've got an exercise we do for 60 seconds, rest 20. Exercise for 45, rest 15. Exercise we do for 30, rest 10. So it's very quick transitions. All the exercises are related though. So just pay attention to what I'm calling out next. And that'll be that. So we're gonna start with a bodyweight squat. Super simple. You wanna make it harder, go faster. You could even do pulses, but really we're just keeping it super simple for the first one. 60 seconds of bodyweight squats going in 3, 2, 1, begin. Feet are hip width apart, toes are slightly pointed outwards. Grab the floor with your feet. Knees and hips break at the same time. Remember, keep those knees in line with the toes. Go at your own pace here. 60 seconds is a lot longer than it sounds when you're doing bodyweight squats. All right, halfway, 30 seconds down, 30 to go. You don't have to bring your arms up like this, but I do prefer to do that because it helps to keep our chest up, which is going to keep that good torso positioning as far as the back goes. So if you ever see people do that, it's typically why. All right, I know the legs are burning a little bit. Stay with it. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Let me turn this up so you can hear. All right, we're on our butts now. We're gonna do glute bridges. We got 45 seconds here. Drive through the heels. Feet are hip width apart again. Make sure they're close enough up to you so when you come up, you got a 90-degree bend here. 3, 2, 1, begin. Driving through the heels, squeezing the glutes at the top. Halfway. Stay with it, y'all. Starting nice and easy here to get those legs warm. We got 3, 2, 1, time. All right, work your way to standing real quick. We got jump squats next. Lower impact version here would be a quick squat to calf raise. 3, 2, 1, go. Otherwise, you're coming with me. Driving that floor away from you. Soft landing. Cushion with the hips and knees. Remember, you could always revert back once those legs start getting tired to that squat to calf raise. 3, 2, 1, time. Ooh, shake it out. We only got 10 seconds. We're moving to jump lunges to finish, or we're alternating reverse lunge. 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, lower impact would be here. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo, good job, y'all. Grab some water, towel off. We're moving to upper body next. Got about 30 seconds. So the legs are getting a break. We're gonna move to what I call shoulder jumping jacks. They're jumping jacks, but we're not gonna bring our arms to the sides. We're keeping them here. So that's all there is to that. Speed's the name of the game here. 3, 2, 1, go. So shorter range of motion with the shoulders here. But because we're never putting our shoulders, or because we're never putting our arms down by our sides, we should feel a little more in the shoulders. Halfway, stay with it. We got some push-ups next. So stay with me another 15 seconds, then we can work it down towards the floor. Three, 2, 1, time. 20 seconds to rest. We're moving to a staggered push-up now. Alternate. When I say staggered, one hand is higher than the other. Screw your hands into the ground. Make sure your elbows aren't flaring. 3, 2, 1. All right. Staggered push-up. You can go from the knees if you need to. Make sure you're staggering. Which hand is higher than the other one? Ginger, I'm glad you thought that was killer because I certainly did too. My legs were screaming at me. All right, 15 to go, y'all. Remember, you can go from the knees or you want to take it more advanced. Go from the feet. Make sure your glutes your glutes are squeezed. Your core is tight. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next, we're going on our belly. We're doing tricep kickbacks from here in the Superman position. 3, 2, 1. Raise that chest up, squeeze those glutes, kick it back. You want to make it a little harder? You can try to elevate your quads off the ground. So you're doing more of a Superman, but don't feel like you need to do that. After all, we are supposed to be working primarily upper body here. So squeeze those triceps, straighten the elbow as much as you can. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, staying on the floor. Our last move, hardest one, our pike push-ups. So you're gonna be in this position here. 3, 2, 1. Bring the crown of your head between your hands. If that's really difficult after doing everything we've already done, shorten your range of motion. 3, 2, 1, time. Nicely done, y'all. Grab some water. Towel off if you need it. We got 45 seconds to rest. So we got our upper set done. Now we're going to move to core. So we're going to start on our back. We're going to do ankle taps, also known as penguins. So we're here. We're contracting our abs. We're waddling side to side, or we're tapping the ankles. Whichever name you prefer. 3, 2, 1, go. We are here for an entire 60 seconds, which is going to be very challenging. So if at any point your abs just can't take it anymore, rest for a second, then get back into it. Halfway, 30 seconds to go. Try to keep that belly tight. Breathe as normally as you can. Remember, no holding your breath. 15 seconds to go. If you need to rest for a second, then go back into it. We're getting there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Roll it around. We're gonna do front plank hip dips next. So we're from the elbows. We're here, we're rotating to tap the hips on either side. We got 3, 2, 1, go. Rotate, tap, keep those abdominals braced the entire time. What do I mean by that? Keep them tight, like someone was gonna punch you in the stomach. Breathe behind it. Your active rest position is a front plank. So if those hip dips get to be too hard, pause here, and then go back into it. Y'all are doing great. We got 10 seconds to go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, quick 15-second rest. We're going to a reverse plank hold. So back to your butt. We're gonna drive up, hold. 3, 2, 1, begin. So reverse plank hold for 30 seconds. Point your toes, squeeze your glutes. Try to form a straight line from your shoulders all the way to your toes. Modified position is going to be here. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Last 15 seconds. We're doing plank up, down. So pressing up, coming back down. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep that core tight, keep those glutes squeezed. Quick 15 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, time. Good job, y'all. Shake it out. I know technically that one was an upper body, but you were holding the plank too, so we're gonna count it as core. All right, y'all, 30 seconds to rest. Now we're doing a mixed. So we're taking one exercise from each of the 3 stations we already did, and we're putting them together. So we're starting with shoulder jumping jacks, then we're moving to staggered push-ups, reverse plank hold, jump lunges. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoulder jumping jacks. Remember, don't bring them any lower than even your arms any lower than even with your shoulders. I'm trying to get over here where my garage door opener isn't shadowing my face. Nice work, y'all. Even though this is a cardio exercise, more than anything else, it's still a good time. It's low skill, so it's a good time to focus on your breathing. Even though you're moving pretty quick, you can still focus on your breathing and get that heart rate from climbing too high. Stay with it, 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, time. Now we're moving to staggered push-ups, one hand higher than the other. Alternate. We're going in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, stagger, which hand is high versus low each time. Don't let go of that glute squeeze. That's the only thing protecting our back. So the second you lose that, you're losing that integrity throughout the entire body. Stay with it, y'all. 10 seconds to go. If you need to, rest for a second, then get back into it. It's a long time to be doing these. Y'all are doing great. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo. Come on up, shake it out. And now we're going to undo those, so to speak, and do our reverse plank hold. 3, 2, 1, bridging up. For this one, a little easier on the wrist would be fingers pointing out to the sides. A little harder would be your fingers pointing directly behind you. Just requires a little more chest mobility. All right, y'all, squeeze those glutes. I know it's burning. We only got 3, 2, 1, time. All right, last one. We're hopping up. We're finishing with jump lunges or very quick alternating reverse lunges. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure that toe's pointed directly forwards. Knees not collapsing in. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo. Nice work, y'all. Grab some water. That's it for our station 4. We got 30 seconds to go for the rest. We're moving to our cardio station next. So it's going to be all faster paced moves, not as much strengthening as we were doing in the first 4. Y'all are doing great. Stay with me. 10 seconds to go. Our first move is going to be invisible jump rope. Unless you have one, then use it. 3, 2, 1, go. Grab that invisible jump rope of yours. Or the real one if you got it handy. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a heck of a lot better using the invisible jump rope than my own. But feet are together. We're kind of just pogoing on the balls of our feet. Remember, when you're actually jumping rope, a lot of people work too hard and they're really over-exaggerating their hop when they don't need to. Those feet only need to get up off the ground, not even an inch. All right, stay with it. 3, 2, 1, time. Shake it out. Now we're moving to a lateral skier hop. Before you know it, it'll be ski season here in Colorado. So best we start now. We're gonna thrust, jump. 3, 2, 1, use your arms. Finish in a squat. Use your arms, jump to the side. So we're doing lateral skier hops. They're here. Try to keep those feet and knees together. Side to side. Active rest position. If this gets to be a little too much, would be just a quarter squat. And then when you're ready, hop back in. We got 15 seconds to go. Three, 2, 1, time. Woo, shake it out. Next, we're moving to lateral jumps. 3, 2, 1. So you can do a big step, try to float, hold that single leg for a second. So we're almost doing skaters. Kind of working on that balance, that hip stability. Go faster if you want. Still try to stick that landing before you drive the other way. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we got one more. We're doing a broad jump, covering as much distance as we can. 3, 2, 1, broad jump, jog it back, broad jump, jog it back, lower impact, big step. And time. Woo! Well done, y'all. Grab some water. We got 5 stations down, 2 to go. I know y'all didn't get enough of the lower body stuff, so we're gonna go back. We're not gonna do the same things. We are gonna hit the legs one more time. So when you're ready, come down to this sideline position. Heels are in line with the butt. We're propped up on the elbow. 3, 2, 1, we're gonna raise up. As we raise up, we're gonna open the leg, then come back down. So first I'm driving the floor away from me, raising the hip, and then raising the leg. Sideline hip raise here. We're gonna do this side for another 10 seconds and then flip it. 3, 2, 1, flip it around. Same thing on this side. This is a really good exercise to not only hit the obliques, but as I'm sure y'all can feel, we're really hitting the outer edge of the glute. So that upper glute muscle that helps to stabilize our hips when we walk and run. The glute med is getting hit hard here. Stay with it. I know it's burning. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we're working our way back to standing. We got another single-sided one. We call this the bowler squat. I'm gonna reach across my body as I hinge at my hips. So side view, 3, 2, 1. Pick a leg to start with. I'm keeping my knee relatively straight. I'm reaching across my leg and coming back up. As you can see, it resembles the finishing position of a bowler, hence the name. Stay on this leg and then we're gonna switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Go on the other side, reaching across the body. If you needed to, you can do a staggered stance. Leave your front view here. Chest stays up. And time. Next, we're going to come down to the knees. We got a kneeling lean back for the quads. So top of the feet are flat against the floor. We're going to go from here, and we're starting now. I want you to try to lean back as much as you can. Don't go too far because then you won't be able to get back up. But you should feel your quads turn on, the muscles on the front of those legs. Try to reverse that motion by driving the top of your feet into the floor. Go slow here. Try to keep your glutes squeezed. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, last but not least, we're in a squat position. We're coming up on the toes, and we're squatting on the toes. Take your feet a little wider. We're almost doing like a plie squat. Help strengthen the ankles. Same rules apply though. Breaking at the hips and knees at the same time. And time. Nice work, y'all. Grab some water. All right, we got 6 down, 1 to go. This last one is going to be upper body mixed with core. 4 new exercises here. And then we are done. All right, y'all, 15 seconds to go. Got a challenging exercise for the first one. We're gonna be here for 60 seconds. Feet are hip width apart, hinge at the hips, arms come overhead. 3, 2, 1. Feet hip width apart, drive the hips back, thumbs up towards the ceiling in a Y fashion. Higher you can get your thumbs and thus arms above you, the better. We're strengthening the entire posterior chain. So that's back, glutes, hamstrings. Keep your belly braced a little bit so that you're not hyperextending through the back. Stay with it, y'all. Breathe here. This is a great exercise to fight all the sitting that we do, because our back muscles don't get any work when we're seated. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo, shake it out. Next, we're gonna do a plank walkout. So similar to what we did with the inchworm. Once we walk out though, we're going to drive one knee to elbow, other knee to elbow, walk the hands back in. 3, 2, 1, go. Hands by your feet, walk them out. Keep your belly tight, knee to elbow, coming out. Walk it back in. We got 20 seconds to go here. Stay with me, we're almost done. See if we've got time for one more, 10 seconds to go. Three, 2, 1, time. All right, we're bringing it to our butt. We got 2 more. Our 30-second exercise is in and outs. Hands are by the butt. And we are going in and out with it. 3, 2, 1, go. So on the out, I'm trying to bring my chest or my back towards the floor. I'm not laying all the way down and then coming up. I'm keeping this slightly V-sit position. 10 seconds to go. Keeping that core tight. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1, time. Rest, all right, this is it. 15 seconds of Russian twist, and we are done. 3, 2, 1, go. Rotating from the shoulders. And time. Nice work, y'all. All right. Tell you what, we got a little bit more time, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna do one more of these. So grab some water. You got 30 seconds. We're gonna finish with that mixed station one more time. So we got our shoulder jumping jacks, staggered push-ups, our reverse plank hold, where we're here, and then we'll finish with those jump lunges. All righty. Ready or not, we're starting with shoulder jumping jacks last. Grouping here, we're going in 3, 2, 1, begin. I like to finish with these mixed stations because We're getting a little bit of everything to finish the workout. Halfway, 30 seconds to go. Excuse me. 20 seconds to go. I want you working as hard as you can on this last one. Not that you haven't been working hard already. I want you to empty the gas tank though. 3, 2, 1, time. Push-up position. We got our staggered push-ups. Remember, we're here for 45 seconds. So if you need to, rest in the top of that before you go back into it. 3, 2, 1, begin. So remember, I want an active gripping of the ground with the hands. Protect those shoulders, don't let them flare out. "20 seconds to go here. Home stretch, y'all. I know it's burning. You're almost there. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we're flipping it over to our butts. 30-second reverse plank hold. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So we're pointing the toes. We're driving our heels into the floor. Squeezing the glutes. Core is tight here as well. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. Stay as tight as you can. Three, 2, 1, time. All right, working it back to standing. Jump lunges to finish or alternating reverse lunges. 3, 2, 1, begin. Last 15 seconds, y'all. Dig deep. Three, 2, 1, time. Nicely done. Grab some water. And then we're just going to finish with about 4 minutes of some static stretching. So let's move it down to the floor. We're going to get into a straddle position. So that's legs wide. Move back a little bit so y'all can see me. We're going to do a pancake stretch first. So that's just reaching down the middle as far as you can. Knees are straight. You can get an even better stretch if you're contracting the quads. So squeeze your quads, drive the bottom of your knees into the floor. That's going to help you get a little further. We got 3, 2, 1. All right, next we're going to cross one. We're going to stay in this long seated position. Cross one leg over the other. Next, what I want you to do, take the other leg, curl it behind you. So we're here, kind of like a pretzel. I'm going to take my opposite arm as the leg that's up, positioned on the outside of the knee. If that's too much for you, you're getting too much twist, you can stay here and use this knee to pull. But we're trying to get a spinal twist. So I want most of the rotation coming from your middle back. You should also be feeling a stretch in the glute of this top leg. All right, slowly untwist yourself from that position. Then we're going to move it to the other side. So again, that's crossing over, tucking the leg underneath you, rotating the torso. You may find that one side is tighter than the other. If that's the case, make a mental note of it. Come back and do this stretch some more. We got 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Work your way back up to standing. Do a good old quad stretch next. So grab that ankle. It's really important that you're pushing your hip forward. Squeeze the glute of really both legs, but especially the one that you've got held up. We got 3, 2, 1 time. Same thing on the other side. And we're trying to keep that knee towards the midline of your body. And 3, 2, 1 time. All right, let's do 2 more, or 3 more, excuse me. Cross the hands behind your back, drive down. Do a quick little chest stretch, and then we'll finish with my favorite, the Cobra to Child's Pose, flow. Don't let your ribs flare when you're doing this. You can drive the hands up to get more of a stretch, but don't give up your back to do that. So it should look like this. It should look like this. 3, 2, 1. All right, come down to the floor. Last one. We're going to start laying on our stomachs, keeping the knees down. Drive the floor away from you. Make sure your shoulders aren't driven up to your ears. Push them away from you. Turn your sight up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all the way through the front of the hip, the abdominals. Nice big deep breaths. Just take 2 big ones in through the nose, out through the mouth. On that second exhale, I want you to push your hands away from you. Butt comes to the heels. Rest that head. Stretch those arms out as far away from you as you can get. I want 3 big deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth to finish. And then come on up. That is it for class this morning, y'all. Thank you so much for coming.